To unlock the full, intense flavor of spices, a tiny biological vault like a mustard seed needs the right chemical key: hot oil. 12 raw whole spices, and exactly why you must use hot oil to trap intensely superior flavor. Buying whole spices ensures you aren't paying for flavor that has already escaped. Mustard seeds require intense heat to pop. When you drop them into hot ghee, the extreme heat fractures their cellular armor. The tempering process lasts only seconds until the whole seeds physically pop and crackle in the pan. They are violently detonating their cell walls to release a hidden payload of pungent essential oils. The specific chemicals that make spices smell amazing actually repel water, meaning boiling them in soup is useless.
You could boil your cumin seeds for hours and still leave their best flavors behind. That is because they contain cuminaldehyde. This specific essential oil completely dictates why cumin tastes like cumin. This powerful molecule is hydrophobic. It physically repels water like two wrong ends of a magnet pushing away from each other. If you only use an aqueous simmer, cooking your food in a water-based liquid like broth, the non-polar flavor molecules literally hide from the water. Instead, cuminaldehyde is lipophilic. It dissolves easily in oil. To capture these flavors, you need to use hot fat. Blooming in hot oil acts as a solvent extraction process to wipe up every drop of hidden flavor water cannot touch. The difference in flavor extraction is massive, easily visualized when you look at the raw chemistry.
Lightly crushing coriander seeds releases intense citrus notes. This avoids the death sentence of the pre-ground spice aisle. When you grind a spice months in advance, you smash its protective vaults open. It is exactly like opening a soda bottle and leaving it on the counter until it goes completely flat. Grinding exponentially increases the surface area. It exposes delicate volatile compounds to oxygen, causing rapid evaporation. This immediate oxidative degradation ruins flavor, the exact same way an apple slice quickly turns brown and mushy after you leave it out. As spice merchant Hatika points out, ground spices often lose potency within months. The dusty, faded powder in your pantry jar is likely already stale. Because their intact cellular structures act as protective capsules, whole coriander seeds retain flavor for years.
Cracking whole black peppercorns directly into hot fat forcefully expels exceptionally high percentages of volatile oils that pre-ground pepper completely lacks. Volatile compounds easily turn into a gas and float away. Think of the scent of a perfume evaporating off your skin. But the hot oil traps them. The extreme heat of the oil also triggers complex thermal reactions, including the Maillard reaction. This intense heat violently shatters large molecules into smaller volatile aromatics. These new flavors did not exist in the raw spice. It is exactly like what makes a seared steak taste better than raw beef. This transformation requires oil heated above 300 degrees Fahrenheit. The intense heat and shattered cell walls of a freshly crushed peppercorn explain a lot. It is why restaurant pepper sauces taste significantly richer than shaking table pepper on your plate.
When fried whole, eugenol, the essential oil responsible for a cloves aroma, dissolves directly into the hot fat without burning. Indian cuisine perfected this solvent extraction process centuries ago. They use a technique widely known as tadka or tempering. This critical ancient method involves briefly frying whole spices directly in hot oil or ghee. You do this before or after cooking the main dish. The folks at Serious Eats note, frying ground spices in hot fat both releases fat-soluble flavor compounds and disperses the spice's flavor more efficiently throughout the final dish. The hot fat is not just a cooking medium, it is a chemical delivery vehicle. It carries the concentrated perfume of the clove into every single bite of your meal. This thick, woody spice acts as a slow-release matrix. It forces its potent, woody and sweet flavor compounds straight into the oil. Frying tough spices like cinnamon sticks allows you to extract massive amounts of flavor. You get it from woody parts you would otherwise have to discard. hard. Water would just wash right over them. As Spices Inc. explains, volatile oils are the essential liquids trapped inside almost every whole spice, including the bark and seeds. A cinnamon stick blistering in hot ghee releases compounds that completely transform a dish. The absolute flavor intensity of the specific cinnamon you buy depends entirely on the tree itself. The bark of each type of tree used dictates the specific amount of volatile oils the spice contains.
Dropping a whole cardamom pod into the pan rapidly disperses its fat-soluble essential oils. They rapidly bleed into over 300-degree oil. These unique oils, which can contain up to several hundred distinct chemical compounds, bleed out into the surrounding liquid just like the cloves. They carry their floral notes through the whole dish. Frying them in fat prevents you from biting into an overpowering raw cardamom pod. Instead, it distributes its delicate flavor evenly. The hot oil acts as the perfect solvent. It pulls out chemicals water cannot touch. Subscribe, please. Subscribe, please. This hard, angular seed requires careful blooming to extract its deep, earthy flavor. It is a critical whole spice in the traditional Bengal, India, Bengali 5-spice blend Panchforan, which is always tempered in hot fat alongside raw Nigella and black mustard seeds. When fenugreek hits the hot oil, its harsh raw edge softens. It turns into a rich roasted aroma created by the intense heat. You can smell a massive sensory shift. A cloud of intensely aromatic steam rises from the pan. Using this hot fat technique with fenugreek allows you to create a restaurant-quality base. It instantly elevates any weeknight meal. Also known as kalonji, these small black seeds bloom directly alongside fenugreek. They release deep, onion-like aromas. They serve as another core pillar of the 5-seed blend. When dropped into hot oil, their tiny biological vaults crack open. This floods the fat with complex, savory notes. Buying whole Nigella seeds ensures you capture this entire flavor payload. If you only boil them in water, the oil-loving molecules stay trapped inside. They never escape the tough outer shell. Rich in volatile essential oils, blooming whole or freshly cracked turmeric actively releases its fat-soluble flavor compounds. Its vibrant color and earthy flavor bind directly to the fat. Just like woody cinnamon, the non-polar flavor molecules inside tough turmeric roots will not mix with water. They only latch onto fat molecules. This creates a deeply infused cooking base. It carries the flavor evenly through your entire dish. This is far better than leaving gritty powder floating on top of a watery broth. The fierce heat of dried whole chilies comes from chemical precursors that form capsaicin, distinguishing them from other spices that rely entirely on essential oils for aroma. Capsaicin triggers the exact burning sensation you feel from peppers. Capsaicin only dissolves in fat. When you fry dried chilies, they release their signature heat straight into the oil. They do this alongside the rich hues of turmeric. The capsaicin molecules physically bind with the lipids. If you want to control the spice level of your food evenly, infusing the cooking oil this way is far superior. It beats sprinkling chili flakes on top later. Toasting whole sesame seeds in hot oil maximizes their rich flavor profile. It activates the same chemical precursors that bring out the deep roasted notes. This caps off the perfect tadka. But do not try this exact same hot oil technique with the dusty jars of powdered spices sitting in your cabinet. Ground spices have much less mass and cellular protection. Toss them into hot oil for the same duration as whole spices and they will burn rapidly. They will turn your dinner horribly bitter by releasing harsh, acrid compounds. Buying whole spices saves your money and protects your flavor. It stops your food from tasting flat. Host, want to see how extreme heat transforms proteins next? Check out our full breakdown of the Maillard reaction. Stop letting your spices lose their volatile flavor to the air. Bloom them in hot oil and taste the difference. If you like this, why real vanilla costs so much and when to use imitation, that's the next one.